Peter attended the very first 7-ray conference in Ridgewood, New Jersey in 1987. So he's been with us all along. Peter is
là
a
một trong
consummate
những người
author
tham
and
dự
teacher.
những
He's a profound student
hội
of
nghị
Tibetan Buddhism and
của trường
theosophy
MF
and
đầu
Alice
tiên
Bailey.
vào năm
And
1987.
today we are lucky to have
Và
him
ngày
speaking
hôm
to
nay
us
chúng ta sẽ có
about
Peter
Gemini
nói
and
về song
DK's
tử
lesser heavenly men. So
và
welcome, Peter.
nói
Glad you're
về
here.
con người ít thánh thiện của chân sư DK, nhân loại từ từ nha. Translate.
Or are you here?
He shows up. He's in the meeting. Just renamed him.
Okay.
But then, yeah, he's unmuted.
Yes, I'm unmuted, and it's
There you go.
the library is giving me trouble here. But I think I can get through this in a second. Here you go. Very good. Now I share the screen, if will allow me. This is a completely different setup from what I've used in 2 other computers. I had to take a special room. Okay, so I have to reduce that. And oh, good Lord. There we go. Should be my screen. Why can't I get?
Are you able to see the toolbar for Zoom?
It's just that it's not giving me what I need. Well, let me just say, let me get rid of this. The library is giving me completely unnecessary prompt. I'm not quite sure.
What is the problem?
I'm trying to get onto the screen. All I have is a list of, and now I'm trying to open the screen up entirely. And okay, the view. The view is what I need to, it's full screen. Let me check. There's screen, there's no screen to share. It won't give me my talk, which is on the screen. Okay. Well, I guess maybe I'll have to do it this way.
We see your screen now.
Yeah.
If you want to open up the document that.
Yeah, exactly. I had it all prepared.
It's that D4, right? That's the one you sent me, the one that has D4.
Good Lord. Okay. So I want to make a few comments to start with.
Peter, we're not seeing your presentation.
You're not?
No, because you shared only.
How do I open up?
We can see your file directory.
Right.
But not your presentation. So if you just clicked open your PDF and we're still not able to see, you have to reshare the PDF. Or when you click share your entire desktop. as in?
It's constant. Yeah, it's
Michael, is it possible for you to share his talk? I see you've shared it in the chat. Is it possible for you to share the screen?
Yep.
Peter, is that okay if Michael shares your
absolutely.
talk?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So what I will do is do this.
And then Peter, you can direct him if you need him to go to a certain part of the talk, or he'll share the screen.
Great. That sounds good. I'll just say down page or something. It's this is usually quite easy.
I'm just trying to zoom in here.
It's interfering with someone's personal Zoom account. What I think is happening. I read it right. I can receive all the talks, but I cannot.
Peter, do you want to just start? Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Now you have it? Oh, good. Okay, great.
So how is this
That larger is good, yeah. And
visible?
this is perfect, yeah. It's a bit larger. You can. Can I do scroll down at all with this? Or do you have to do it?
Everything you have to direct me to do.
Yeah, that's good. I'll get rid of this. Here we go. Okay, thank you. So one of the most interesting quotes I've seen lately is I found in Cancer and Esoteric Astrology, and it was talking about Ritu and love wisdom. And the statement is, love is defined as a relationship to God, and wisdom is a relationship to form, or you can substitute humanity. So love is a relationship, but wisdom comes from a relationship to understanding form and understanding humanity.
Tức là chú đang nói đến cái mối quan hệ giữa tình thương và trí tuệ, hay là minh triết, thì nó là nó phải bắt nguồn từ cái mối liên hệ giữa tinh thần và vật chất.
Well, in Bailey, she talked about the true introvert. In modern psychology, 100 years ago, introverts considered on the spectrum of neurotic.
Tức là cái tâm lý học nội môn thì có nói đến
only on the spectrum of extroversion.
Có nói đến cái tính cách của những người nội tâm và những người hướng nội và hướng ngoại.
It's sort of a utilitarian point of view that the lords of materialism, the
quan trọng khi chúng ta
rather
biết
than the hierarchy.
Là
Alien Scorpio says the forces, the conflict is on between the humanity under the control of the lords of materiality and the hierarchy under the control of light and love. One of the purposes of the talk is I just want to outline a vista of evolution and then identify the location of the office cosmic Christ rather than the Christ we understand in our planetary hierarchy.
Trong cái bài nói chuyện này thì tôi muốn nói về cái trong cái tiến trình tiến hóa thì cái văn phòng của Đức Christ nó ở đâu, nó khác gì so với những gì mà chúng ta từng nghĩ ở trên cái thang tiến hóa hay là trong cái biểu đồ tiến hóa.
Can't move this silly. Can you move the page down a bit? I can't read the first few lines. That's all. No, up, all the way up. A solar logos on his own plane holds an analogous place to that of a heavenly man.
Tức là đấng Thái Dương Thượng Đế ở trên cõi riêng của Ngài thì có một cái nơi khá là tương tự với cả nơi của một thiên, một heavenly man ở trong hệ mặt trời, và từ cái cõi cao đó của con người cũng là ở bên trong hệ mặt trời, và từ một cái điểm ở trong các cái cõi Thái Dương ở trong chuỗi trong các chuỗi mà là hệ vũ trụ, thì nó hoàn toàn được thấu hiểu và được nhận ra rằng là các cái cấp độ vũ trụ của trật tự cao của đấng Thái Dương Thiên Thần thì là một cái sự thông tuệ tương ứng với cái phần phía thấp, với cái trật tự thấp của tâm thức vũ trụ, như một con người trong mối liên hệ với cả tâm thức Thái Dương. Và Ngài cũng là một tế bào ở trong cơ thể của của đấng mà không thể nói về. Công việc của Ngài thì song song với cả cấp độ công việc của con người, của nhân loại ở trên các cõi của Thái Dương.
Logos forms one of the seven grand heavens, who are the centers in the body of the one who may be said. We move down a page or two. I want to go through the names, page on the names. This is the difference between one more page, yeah. The heavenly man. One more page. Sorry. Okay, here we go. This is all I need. And these are the names I have dragged out of DK. I think one of the major purposes of Alice Bailey was to create an English language version of it. No one has done it thoroughly, completely, unifying both East and West as she has. At any rate, when we read through her books, The Evolution of a Solar Logos on the left-hand side, you can see on the second plane we have seven constellations. We have this there. Also here in one of the triangles on the second plane, the seven rishis are found four here. The seven Pleiades are also found on this fourth Buddhic plane, cosmic Buddhic. Then we go on down. But on our systemic plane and on the cosmic plane, we have a physical manifestation.
Thiên nhân. Ở
The
trong
physical
triết mới
itself
thì
is
sẽ
not
dịch là
considered a
thiên nhân.
principle. But in terms of the heavenly man,
với thiên nhân heavenly man,
let's just distinguish the name. There's a planetary logos and a solar logos. Planetary level is the spirit before the throne.
Đầu tiên là ở trên cõi Adi thì chúng ta có các đấng Thái Dương Thượng Đế, rồi đấng hành tinh Thượng Đế.
I have citations throughout, so if people have questions to see maneuvering around this material here. On the atmic plane, I put the Raylard because they are emanations from the spirit before the throne. And on cosmic level,
và ở cái cấp độ vũ trụ thì có cái mối liên hệ giữa Pleiades với cả bảy cái rishis. Tên của linh hồn.
Planet is a Manasaka. It's the name of our soul as a Raylord. So on the solar level, it's called the Grand Heavenly Man,
ở cái cấp độ Thái Dương.
And heavenly man is solar, heavenly man planetary.
You're a non-sacred planet,
so there are seven sacred planets
from our heavenly man. Hành tinh thánh thiện.
On the astral plane,
ở trên
is necessary
cõi
for incarnation, whether it's a human being, a heavenly man taking incarnation. or a
thiên
solar
nhân.
logos incarnation. In the planetary perspective, it's called an entity. It's said to be in the fourth stage, the fourth month of gestation. It is highly undeveloped in terms of the evolution of our planet and where it's going. Capitalized entity is usually used with solar and with super solar entities. In the case of Earth, the physical plane is called the spirit of the Earth, not a planetary spirit of whatever, the Earth of the planet Earth. Let me go up top again. I really do wish I could go through this.
Peter, we're having a very hard time hearing. I'm not sure, you're breaking up for most of us. Michael, is there anything we can do or anything Peter can do to make this more clear?
Yeah, well, I turned off his camera. That's the best we can do as far as.
If I plug in a Mark, if I plug in earbuds, maybe I can speak through its microphone.
Okay, and also everyone, if you click on show captions in the toolbar, there's something that says, you know, full transcript. And
is this working better?
I think so.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, we'll proceed.
Apologies, amazing. Because it's constantly changing. It has hundreds of
Cái phần của chú Peter khá là khó
Here we
dịch.
are. Okay. So, can we go up to the first page again?
Ok, bây giờ thì em nghe rõ rồi cho nên là em sẽ dịch tiếp vì em đang định là không cố gắng dịch nữa bởi vì khá là khó nghe.
Down a tiny bit.
Ok, bây giờ tốt rồi.
Here we have the three persons of the logo triad.
Ở đây chúng ta có cái tam giác của ba vị thượng đế.
These are the Mahadeva aspect, the Vishnu and the Brahma aspect. It's interesting that Shiva
ở đây thì sẽ có cái tam thể thượng là cái khía cạnh Mahadeva, tìm kiếm sự trợ giúp về trí tuệ của Brahma để phát triển tình thương minh triết, hay là khía cạnh người con là Vishnu. Và cái mà tôi muốn nói là
on higher planes, the heavenly men through Atma Buddhi Manas aim at a similar progression. The three aspects of the Logoga triad. The two heavenly men plus the units in their bodies, which are composed of Deva and human monads, form in their totality grand heavenly man, polar soul. By the way, which is ruled by Venus and Cancer.
Thì chú có nói là ở trên các cái cõi cao hơn, các vị thiên nhân thông qua Atma, Bồ Đề và Manas thì sẽ tập trung ở những cái tiến bộ tương tự như nhau, và những người những đấng thiên nhân này cùng với các cái đơn vị.
Let me get the last bit. I just have to. I can only see either. That's it, right there.
Và ở đây thì chúng ta cũng thấy là các cái đơn vị ở trong cơ thể của các ngài được tạo bởi Deva và
right here. Thanks. So we're talking about spiral cyclic motion.
Và ở đây thì chú cũng đang nói là cái sự chuyển động theo vòng xoắn ốc.
In the main chart
cái
we saw
chòm
above,
sao thứ hai
I consider to be
được xem như là
planets. This is awful. I can't even get to my document here. Are all part of the Gould Belt. This region here on the map I have on the left contains the entire Gould Belt. It used to be a galaxy that collided with ours, and it has it's formed on the Orion star birthing belt on one side, and the Scorpio Centaurus system of redshift stars on the other side.
Thì ở trong cái biểu đồ này thì chú đang muốn
Sirius
nói
is
đến
here.
là các
The Big Dipper is here.
cái sự hội tụ của các
The Big
hệ mặt
Dipper,
trời khác
this is
nhau.
my
Một
hypothesis.
cái là chúng ta thấy cái vòng xoắn ốc của
The head center
Sirius
is Ursa Major.
đi trong vòng 5 triệu năm.
The Sirian system,
Hay là
7
cái
stars.
vị trí
Sirius,
chúng ta nhìn thấy các vị
7
trí của
solar systems.
các chòm sao như là Lepus
These yellow
và
stars
Beta
here
Columba. Rồi ở cái góc đầu tiên thì chúng ta lại có cái sự trùng tụ của Market ở trong cái chòm sao chòm sao URSA chính, rồi trong đó là ở trong cái hệ của Sirius. Còn ở dưới thì chúng ta lại có hẳn một cái khu
sorted
mà
out in the years to come. At any rate, these are the positions in the sky for those, their constellations. They're related to this system of 7 suns, the Sirian system.
Tức là cái hệ Sirius của 7 mặt trời nó rất là gần gũi đối với chúng ta, khá là xa.
The other chart depicted now because this, I think it's individuals are borrowing to work in the room. At any rate, Sirian system is 2 to 21 parsecs from us. There is a major group is 26 parsecs away from us here. These are all within, I'd say, 2 to 15 parsecs. They're very close and they spread out. The next system, the Hyades, 154. Well, that's going from, there is a major group from 29 parsecs to actually about 50 parsecs, because coma is 80 parsecs. So basically, these are all in position according to distance. I don't have the distances here. There was not enough. But what I consider the correspondence to the head center would be Sirius. We know that's true. What PK give. The heart center is our sun. Altair could be the Ajna center. Menkalinam could be the throat center. Associated with these are the only stars in this Gould belt region that are of a particular size. They're much larger. They're in the K and O sequence. All the stars in the Sirian system are in the A sequence. Procyon, Pollux, Aldebaran, Regulus, and Arctur are all much larger.
Cái phần này thì chắc là em sẽ dịch lại sau.
I would relate to the Ajna center. This is the
cái này nó rất là
direction
khó
humanity's going. It's moving
và nghe, tức là để nắm bắt
center,
được cái ý của chú
our
thì
heavenly
cần phải nghe lại cẩn thận hơn, cho nên em sẽ dịch sau ạ.
Then Thunderbolt's information. I don't know if you care, if you investigate it. It's the theory of the electric universe. Gareth Samuels from Thunderbolt, one of his articles, identified 3 stars following Arcturus together in a line. These are the 3 stars I hypothesized in 1980. There's one of them is right here. And it goes. So we're dealing basically with this spiral cyclic motion of the Sirian system. It rotates as a spiral, as Polaris and our North Star rotates as a spiral. Each of these circles representing 5,000 years. So we have a relationship of the clusters, which are Syrian system, are yellow, and Ursa Major, which are two outer stars of Ursa Major, are not considered part of a group, not move together, but Leo Minor, the star in Leo Minor, is part of the. So there is something to be. Let's move to the next. We're dealing with a spiral motion related to Sirius and our sun. I guess I didn't fully complete this. Arcturus, 3 stars following Arcturus were Altair, Rasselhagen, and Alphecum. Altair, Rasselhagen, and Arcturus. Okay, next page. The cosmic trend. Okay, you have to give me like a 1/4 inch at the top because I have this thing that I can't get rid of. Here, I got some. Oh, no, it's not happening. But it is helping a bit. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Airplanes of the cosmic triad. Now, on the cosmic monadic plane, we have the 7 constellations. The cosmic atmic plane, prophesies Ursa Major, it governs it. Even though it's found on the cosmic Buddha, or solar logos out of billions of suns. Solar logos is absolutely polarized. And here's where it meets the 7 stars of the Pleiades, which I'll explain in the cosmic mental. I consider to be Sirian system. Cosmic astral is Sirius. The sun Sirius is said to be the source of solar logoic on us. Because it's astrally polarized, and because the sum total of manas from the previous solar system is on the 5 lower subplanes of the astral cosmic astral plane. That I will give you the quote later. They're the 5 liberated hierarchies of lives, totally distinct form. And our 7 creative hierarchies are found in this systemic. Make this somewhat more clear. The 7 rishis express the life of the one about whom not may be. They're the positive focal points for the 7 major cosmic energy, rulers of the 7 creative hierarchy in our systemic plane. The 7 sisters fuse with the positive energy that they bear and unitedly work through the 7 of the cycles. They are related to the evolution of manas in the heavenly. The heavenly man on his own plane is found on the cosmic Buddhic. The heavenly man is the divine Manasaputra, is found on the cosmic temple as his correspondence, which would be permanent body, like a causal body, at the top of the mental. So he's in both of them. But let's move further down. Okay, here we go. In the Pleiades, they're considered the mothers of the form nature. That's my rationale for the Pleiades being here on the 7 as cosmic will, or solar and planetary names. We've just dealt with this. This is an important quote. Here in this quote, he says, he's stating that Buddhist, there's no permanent or enduring soul, but a semi-permanent vehicle, the body. Just as a human being has an originating source, the monad, its semi-permanent vehicle, causal body, manifests through his lower principle, the dense physical, not one. So a heavenly man has an originating source, monad, a semi-permanent body on the monadic level, solar system. That means the heavenly man is incarnating in the system. So his rightful place is on the upper levels as a soul on the cosmic and on the, because our planetary logos, certainly those of the sacred, function triadally. They are aware triadally. That's about all we need to say here. I don't want to leave too much, so move to the next page. I think these words will be very helpful for people to sort out the different names that Bailey uses when talking about solar and planetary logo. Incidentally, in terms of logos, the name that she uses, everyone translates that as a word. And that's a very Christian interpretation of it. It's a very esoteric interpretation of it. But in Greek, logos also means object, purpose, aim, direction. It means purpose. So it's a very interesting word that Bailey uses here. A heavenly man with his 7 centers forms one center in the body of a solar logos. Solar logos, its physical being would be on the cosmic eddy. Only has one permanent atom. I would recommend this Cosmic Fire 533. I think it starts 533. On the permanent atoms, the living beings, invisible to us, what's entirely, who exist in our systemic world and all. But here is the basis for my discussion of the lesser heavenly man. A heavenly man, a solar logos and the heavenly man, and the 3 atoms have only one permanent atom in the cosmic plane in our solar system. However, the lesser heavenly man and men on the Buddhic level incarnate through 5 astral, mental, atmic. In their case, the permanent atom would be found on our mental plane. The threefold personality of a heavenly man would be physical, be our mental. What would be our Buddha? Mental would be our atmic plane. And his semi-permanent causal body is found on the second. This matter is complicated for cults. We discuss various factors we know nothing, including me, and which must remain to them as yet really incomprehensible. Factors are founded in the reality of the heavenly man himself and involve such the aim he may have in view for a particular cycle, and the turning of the attention to the cosmic ego of a heavenly man with the reflection, evolving heavenly man of a solar system. The cosmic ego is found.
Peter,
yes.
You know what? It's almost impossible to hear. I feel terrible, but I think we're all having almost we can't understand. And
is this easier right here? I can pull this little mic in front of me a bit more.
We can try that.
Okay.
What we're hoping is that you will perhaps record for us, but there's just 5 minutes left, and okay, so why don't we try it with this? But yeah, we're having a very difficult time. So I'll let you know if it changes with this mic, okay?
Yes. One of the things that surprised me. The fourth change in the heavenly man in each is the work of the solar pitris in commencement with the connection with the man. One surprising quote is that this fourth or astral, the fourth round that we're in right now, it's called an astral round. Let me move on to the next page. Here, in terms of astrology, the cosmic Christ, the underlying love of deity reaches our solar system primarily through Gemini, which forms the constellation of the Great Bear and the Pleiades cosmic. So bringing the Buddhic, cosmic Buddhic plane down into our through the so-called personality expression of the solar logos himself, or the divine quaternary, manifests through four signs: Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Basically the fixed cross except Taurus. Taurus is earthy. It represents humanity to a great extent. Forms the triangle of Aquarius, Pleiades, Taurus, associated with the fourth creative part. This is all the first couple pages in esoteric astrology. So here, what we have, we would express this truth in another manner. God the Father, the will to manifest, initiates the creative process worked out through the activity of God. Cosmic Christ, crucified upon the fixed cross in the heavens. Scorpio is under influence of influencing energy of Sirius, great star of initiation, because our hierarchy is under the supervision or spiritual magnetic control of the hierarchy of Sirius. Here we find where the cosmic Christ can be presumed to be associated with Sirius, with the Great White Lodge, what's been called the Great White Lodge, or the hierarchy aspect of Sirius. Our hierarchy is a reflection of that. And these are the major controlling influences whereby the cosmic Christ works upon the Christ principle in the solar system and in the lower forms of life experience. Saying that the three aspects are incarnating through the divine quaternary. I would also say that this is related to the planetary and the solar mental unit. While that's only considered a permanent atom in humans, it is still a functioning or a functioning mental unit on the fourth subplane, middle subplane, mental plane. And I think it's associated with the Lord Karma, with typical lords, and with basically keeping things in order until you approach higher three subplanes of Vivu. Our higher three subplanes are the three planes of the cosmic mental. So I think there is a Saturn. And maybe next page, I'm not sure.
You know what, Peter?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to end here because we really it didn't improve.
I think I got this is got most of what I wanted to get across.
Good, but we do. We know how deep this material is, and I'm glad that we have it in this form. And if you ever do want to record anything about it, we'll send it out to everybody. But yes, I'm so sorry. I wish the sound had been better for all of us. But
well, yep, I have no problem getting with you, Peter, and recording this and also putting in a PowerPoint. And,
okay.
Recording it with you. Okay.
You have my document, right?
Okay. Thank you, Peter. That would be wonderful, Michael. Thank you both. Okay. All right. Here I am back here. Okay. So if we could stop sharing the screen. Oh, no, that's Michael. Okay, no worries. All right, friends. So, yeah, that's always frustrating when we cannot hear like that. But I would love to introduce you